Welcome back to another video. This is day 8 of the 31 day affirmative music challenge. If you're enjoying it, please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things. And please feel free to comment down below some affirmative songs that either help put you in a good mood or to put you in a safely reflective state. Today we have a song. This song is it's an interlude and it's by Aaron Taylor, and the song is I Ain't Worried. Now this song actually samples Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's I've Been on the Mountaintop speech from April 3rd, 1968. And on April 4th, he was assassinated. So, this song, this portion of the speech is really, really powerful. And I guess something I'll say is growing up, we of course knew who Dr. King was, right? We knew the day, we knew my friend Martin. Dr. King was a civil rights leader. And something that was really cool to further that knowing of his teachings was knowing and learning that, a lot of what he taught was socialism. A lot of it was, you know, like genuinely trying to move away from the capitalistic, imperialistic system that we live under in the US. So it was just very affirming. And the more you grow up, their way of thinking aligns. So the lyrics: I will be happy. Now that's a strange statement to make because the world is all messed up. The nation is sick, trouble is in the land, confusion all around. That's a strange statement. But I know somehow that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. I hear a lot of, how does what we see conflict with what we feel and what we know at a spiritual level? And what is how radical is it to say I'm going to choose to be happy. I'm going to choose to experience joy in this hellscape. How radical is that, But I know that only when it is dark enough can you see the stars. That's such a powerful visual because it's true. Not to in some way say that suffering, because suffering exists, it's necessary, not that I'm trying to work on just seeing things very factually. So not that one causes the other, but just to see factually that both exist at the same time. So it's dark and I see the stars. If it's light, I don't see the stars. I guess what really is affirmative for me is hearing somebody who taught togetherness, who taught love, who taught spiritual connection, who taught, really taking it out of the individual and looking at us as a collective, and the power that comes from that, the power to see the plan to divide and conquer and choose otherwise, the power to see the plan for absolute misery and choose otherwise. And to even know that he existed in a completely different time period, in a completely different body than I do, right? To see the remnants that still exist and permeate today, and to also see, the changes in the conversation, to see the pendulum swing, to just see people who really dedicated their lives to a cause greater than themselves. And sometimes I feel like I come up short in that mission. And, I give myself grace about it, but, I want to continue to be encouraged, and I want to encourage you that, we all have a role. We all have our mission, and our mission may not all look the same, and we may not always, accomplish the mission or go about it in the best way. And to understand that there genuinely are things greater than us, quite literally stomping at us every step of the way, to have grace for ourselves, to maintain our values, and to be reflective and just come back to center, and trying to find a way to be at peace, and continue to do the work. So that's where I'm feeling in this moment today, trying to be in reality and be a helpful soul on this earth, and also work to understand what's not seen.